Okay, so earlier in the week, subs, you will probably remember, well, you'll see on this green-fingered hell, I bought Nadia a present, and it wasn't quite the present I was expecting it to be. Look at this, I like this, look, I'm orbiting around a star.
Oh.
I'm orbiting around a star, that means my head is a sun, which means we know what my black hole is. Hey!
Oh.
So Mum,
Yes.
I want you to come,
Subs. Hiya.
say hello.
Hiya, subs.
We have no end of tasks in the garden.
We've just got so many tasks we don't even know where to start.
I can never. The peonies are pushing through beautifully. There's still the debris left from you cleaning Steptoe's yard because you don't finish jobs.
What do you mean I had to go home?
Yeah. I'm going to sow some seeds, vegetable seeds today, because I'm already late. It's already the second week of April, but it's cold. Is it means it's colder than normal for this time of year?
Yes, but you can't even say it as dramatically, as coherently, as consistently as that, because tomorrow it'll be bloody boiling hot. And that's, as I've said before, subs, that's what's driving the plants.
Yeah, but this coldness that we're going through at the moment, is this colder normally than April? Because normally April is proving, to quote a famous poet, the coolest month at the moment.
Yeah, isn't that beautiful? April is the coolest month.
Anyway, come on, have a look. So just wait there a minute. I'm just going to move these things out the way. See if I went for rustic charm. Okay, head towards me.
Not looking.
Not looking. Now look up at me. And God, it's so sunny. I can't see you.
Oh wow, I need the sunglasses.
Okay.
So I get the sunglasses.
Have a look.
Bloody hell. What on earth are they? This looks like some ghostly manifestation of pots in a Stephen King novel. What's happened?
What do you think of them? £100.
For what?
For a...
They're horrible.
Sarah Raven.
Somebody is pulling your leg. That is outrageous.
Someone scrawled some paint on the top of them.
Well, it's the person who's bought them who's bloody
Well,
idiotic.
they weren't. They didn't look like that on the website. Go to the website. They don't look like that. Like Nadia said, it looks like. I mean,
it's cracked.
well, that's meant to be. But what do you? I don't know. There's just something about them that doesn't look £25 each for that and a plate.
It's
£25
shocking.
for that and that.
It's shocking, and I have to say, and this is true as well, is that for all those people that want and I don't mean this nastily to Naz, because I mean Naz would be the first one to say that she doesn't know what she wants. She wants pretty flowers,
yeah.
But she knows what she doesn't want, and in that sense, she never wants plastic containers. But people that garden a lot do garden in plastic for a reason, and I mean what they've done with this is they've taken the whole idea of earthenware pots to the most ridiculous extent for people who not only want earthenware because they look supposedly nicer, although they're much harder to keep going because of drying out so quickly, to a ridiculous. They painted them white. Subs, what do you think of this? Don't you think it's absolutely outrageous?
Oh no, they look nicer there.
Well, Mark, they do look pretty much as they are.
Yeah, they still look mouldy.
Yeah, but they don't have that awfully, terribly painted white strip around the top.
No, well, that's
They've
because
clearly got a bottle of. Sorry, It's clearly got a bottle of paint and just sloshed it on the
Oh,
top.
it's so uneven as well. They're all going like.
yeah, but they'll say that's deliberate.
Of course, that's the job. Look at it though. The tops of them have been done. That's not how they are in the picture. It's uneven. It's very easy to say that rustic, anything that's shit, is rustic.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, it's inscribed in the very term. It's meant to be broken.
It's inscribed
if it
into
arrives
the.
in pieces. It's
meant
meant
to
to
be-
be
Yeah,
shit.
exactly. That's why it's such a con. The whole of that.
Such a con. That's why. Do you remember in Harry Enfield and Paul Whitehouse's show? They'd have that guy who had a sort of shop in Notting Hill, and people like me and Nadia would walk in and go, "Yeah, that'd be £40,000."
I know.
Please.
Yes.
And they go, £40,000. Well, I mean, I'll knock it down for you to £55,000. It goes up.
Yeah.
It's like £40,000 for.
Isn't
That's
Camden
shit.
Passage still like that?
And how
Yeah.
much were they each?
£25 each,
£100
£100
for the whole lot, 4. And they have been painted shabbily.
But it's not even that. They're wonky the way they were actually.
Yeah.
But
made.
that's rustic, Maddie. That's rustic. That's
Sorry,
rustic.
it just looks like a kid did it in their pottery class.
Yeah.
That
Doesn't it?
does not look and will not look like that photo. But I've only got myself to blame.
Yeah.
I thought I was buying into a lifestyle.
I mean, they don't look great there, but they look better than they do
But
outside.
look, that's sort of evenly spread. Look, it's dappled. That's
Yeah.
dappled. There's no white rim. There's no white ring. Look, dappled.
Yeah.
No sudden white colour at the top. Those ones have just been bought bulk load and dipped in paint.
What were you actually after though, as you were looking at those? What
That
made you look?
kind of, we both looked at it, that sort of rustic thing. I know you don't get rustic, but I mean, you know.
Well, I only
rustic.
don't get it because it's a con.
Well, yeah, but rustic
I'm
isn't.
rustic,
You don't
look at
paint
me.
rustic on the top. What they've done is just painted rustic on the rim.
Yeah.
Painted.
I'm rustic.
That's just look. Look, and it's not even rustic. Look, they've just chucked a load of white on them. Oh God. So, Mum, at this point, should roses be pruned back so that they come back? I mean, you're a big fan of killing things before they've started. You like cutting things off before they've even flowered.
Yeah.
So, should we be pruning? I mean, presumably we just let them get leggy, don't we? At this
Yeah.
stage?
Well, what type of rose is
What
that?
the
then?
shit that is? Oh, right. Now, in here, I planted... I can't remember what they're bloody called, but you know those strange, shriveled, what look like dried apricots things? They were like tubers or... yeah, anyway, I'll put them in there. So there is something in there. So you've got 4 incredibly expensive rustic pots to put things in, Mum.
You know what I'd do with those is I'd get a hammer and crush them into small bits and put them at the bottom of something to act as water retention.
That's an incredibly expensive way to do that.
You don't think that's all that is, as they are at the moment, is a way of leaching the water out of the. No, anyway.
You've got a pet hate for rustic, okay.
No,
So-
I've got a pet hate for earthenware, and that's
No, I know,
earthenware with a
earthenware,
vegetable.
I know, but we need to, now I've committed the money.
No, I know, sorry,
You know,
okay.
so what 4 things can be put in those? Down here, subs, I'm going to be chucking a load of soil in these and I'm going to be planting a load of vegetables.
And you're right, look at the peonies, guys.
Look, they're coming through
Oh,
there.
that's so sweet.
There. Yeah, and presumably they'll just keep coming up and
Yeah.
going down. So that's become a peony bed.
It's become a pin, and that is worth millions
Of what?
of amazing
Pretty.
gardening points, because peonies are, I think, the most beautiful things that you can grow.
Oh, there you go.
And the trouble with peonies, which is that it's the only trouble, but you can't move them. They do
No,
not
no.
take well to being moved.
Okay.
So they're going to have to stay there.
I
but
wondered
they're-
whether the remaining peonies that we've got in the cold frame over there,
Okay.
we should just put. Well, why don't we just do
Maybe,
a framing?
yeah.
Just dig them up there.
Yeah,
What say you?
I think so. It makes me wonder if maybe that there, sort of somewhere there, with a dibber, we could put the tulips just. So
Well,
that-
this could become a little tulipy
well,
area.
you know, like the way these tulips are here.
Why don't we put them here? Because it's
Yeah.
a dead area, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shall we?
Yes.
Get the dibber.
Get the dibber.
So, subs, I've been keeping the seeds in the cold frame, and here are some of the seeds that I'm going to be sowing in those trays. I need to get them in the greenhouse. I'm beginning to worry. Am I too late? It's already April. What is it? April the 13th. Are we too late to plant stuff? I mean, I've got everything that says you can plant them in April. So I'm going to fill the trays and plant some of these up. Yeah. So, as recommended by you subs, we're gonna go on an emergency tulip planting session. I'm gonna look. Found some more scillas, which, okay, they're very sparse, but in time, look, see, little pretty things are coming through over there. So we just need to keep planting loads and loads and loads of them, and they'll just eventually, Nadia will get a sea of colour on you. What I'm really excited about is, over time, see, Nadia will look at this and go, yeah, there's about 3 shots of colour in amongst a whole load of dirt.
Yeah,
But, you know, if we keep planting more and more of these and put tulips in there too, over time, they'll all start to come through.
Yes.
Next year, it could be a shock of colour. Mum.
It could be, and I was just thinking this week, where I live is deep in the East End, where it's so sort of like it's.
You live in a
masses
concrete
upon
jungle.
Masses of flats that were put up after the war. There's not a breath of green anywhere. And then the little children's school, as I went past it, what they've done in the area, which is not much bigger than that, outside, they must have done this last year or the year before, is they've planted just masses and masses of tulips, and they're all up and they look gorgeous.
There you go.
And in that area, they draw your eye and they make you think of spring, and they're just lovely.
Oh, good.
So maybe we can do that.
That's what we're going to do.
Hey, subs. I've seen how they do it on the gardening films. I'm now going to fill these trays with soil. And then I'm going to plant. Let's have a look. What am I going to plant? Tomatoes, radishes, start some aubergines, rocket. You sow those in pots actually. They need to go outside, so I might plant parsnips over there.
Mark,
And Swedes.
Head?
No.
No, lads, they haven't.
You're going to dib and you're going to try and salvage some life from the tulips that are trying to grow in that plastic bag.
Yes.
And you're going to dib in this area. Let me show you, subs. All around it so that we have a wall of peonies and then, in
a
front of it,
collar,
a
like
sort
a collar of...
Yeah,
I
let's
will.
pull up the weeds as well.
I will. No,
That's
I'll...
a nice little project, isn't it?
Yes.
Manageable. But you haven't got any tulips.
Oh. I thought I put...
Here
Here they are, look. What are these?
Bloody hell, subs, he's so sarcastic. Look, there's my bag full of tulips. There's my tulips. Here's my dibber.
Is that a good dibber?
Very good dibber. I know that from last year.
And I find the jagged edge of the dibber is quite useful.
I didn't even know it had a jagged
Breaking the
edge.
surface like a drill bit.
Very true. So, Mark, these are something. Look,
Yeah, what are they?
there's something trying to grow.
You could say that of a lot beneath your feet
Do you
right
know,
now.
I've got a horrible feeling they might be sycamore seeds.
Yeah, get rid of them. Kill
Yeah.
them. Being mocked by the Four Stooges. This is exciting. Tulips down there. Yeah, maybe not for this year, but they'll come up next year. They might come up there later this year.
Yeah. I'm going to have to dig a whole trench because I can't get these down low enough for them
Do you need me to do it?
No, I'll just move the earth back. I've broken it up.
There's loads of worms in there.
There is. It's brilliant.
So what I'm going to do, subs, is, look,
I'm putting soil in the over-expensive rustic pots.
and in those pots, I thought, because Nadia likes a bit of colour, we could put some sweet peas. What do you reckon? Sweet peas? And then if I just put 3 in each one or something, and then a little trellis could go up, and she'll just get a little bit of colour. Cut and come again sweet peas. She'd quite like that, wouldn't she?
Yeah, lovely.
What did you say? What's your problem with sweet peas?
Nothing, I just could never do it. They were too fiddly.
Fiddly. Right, toffs. So, sweet peas have gone in there, and there, and there. We found my seeds, which we thought was lost. We're lost. How's it going? Oh right, you're putting 1 in for each tulip.
No, I'm putting a couple in for each. I'm just
It's going to
trying
look very
to...
hideous, isn't it, once you're finished?
I'm taking them out then. It's only so I don't replant on the
That's
same...
clever.
Yes,
You're being clever.
I'm being very clever, subs.
You're saying it's very dramatic. Have you fallen over a few times?
I'm nearly falling over all the time because, of course, it's not...
So this is going to be a shock of peonies followed by a bank of tulips.
Exactly.
And I think the slope will look nice, especially when you're on the hammock over here.
Oh, bless your
Isn't it
heart.
sweet? Isn't it funny how
Bless
after a
his
year
heart,
and a
subs.
half we've got to a solution for this area?
Well, also, looking round now,
It looks
I
gorgeous
think
up
it's
there.
pretty good, pretty
Doesn't
damn
it?
good. For saying, I would say that wasn't just a year old, what you've got up there. It's
where?
established almost.
All
I
this?
mean, lots of that up there. It's
Yeah, well,
quite
well done on those
established.
tulips in the pots. They are pretty, aren't they? They
Aren't
do just bring
they?
some colour. How are you doing?
Where's Christina?
Hey, dog sister!
Hi, Nadia.
Where are you? Oh look, she's right down the end there.
What did you think of the pots?
Oh yeah.
You gave me such a hard job.
What do you mean?
You gave me such a hard job. I'm
Oh,
going
look,
to have to tell the
you've done
subs
it.
about this because
You've done
Wow.
the subs will understand this, but he's filling up pots like that, look, with prepared compost. How hard is that? I'm lifting up
it. Well, I
compacted
did
earth
say it was
Why?
to put tulips in there.
It's madness.
that's man's work.
And standing like this with a bad knee and a bad thing, and I kept falling over it, and then I got bad back, and now I'm exhausted.
It does seem
I'm
odd that
so
I've planted
tired.
sweet peas for you and
Sweet peas.
I like
Nanny
your
Di is
coat.
digging up.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Isn't it gorgeous?
Sweet peas.
Yeah, they'll be.
What do you think of the flower pots? Aren't they the shittest thing you've ever seen?
Well, I was just saying to Maddie, I've just been using
Oh, my baby.
this one.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
like that one.
Yeah, but there's not much difference, is there?
No.
Maybe a bit. $1.99.
Yeah, 1.9. That's a good point, Nadia. 1.99.
What's the
Oh,
matter?
it's a madness, isn't it?
Oh, $1.99 for that one. And I thought that was
$1.99.
expensive.
25.
What's the matter, Kiki?
You're right.
Nothing. She just woke up.
Oh. Nads, we're going to have peonies and then tulips.
Oh God, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
You know,
Will
I was
we?
thinking in there, could we have like a spring box of tulips and daffodils and...
You've got, well, those allium will be pretty, won't they?
Yeah, they're just taking. I mean, of course, we planted late, so it's. Oh no, but they're beautiful. They're
beautiful. They'll be full of colour.
She knows. She's being funny.
Oh, look, you've got loads more tulips there.
No, they're shallots, love.
Oh. Oh, yeah, they're shallots.
Yeah, no, I'll put there.
Where are the rest of the tulips?
They're done.
They're all done.
More or less. I think there's the
How
odd
many-
one
How
around.
many have gone in, would you say?
Millions. That's why it's quite
Oh, shit.
difficult. It was quite
Is it
difficult.
going to be too tight?
I don't know.
When it's
Subs.
too tight to
I
mention.
don't know. Subs.
It
I
does
bet you
seem-
forgot to
we
get
had-
sparkling water.
Oh, so we were talking about the emotional day that we had yesterday. It was very emotional.
No sparkling water, Subs. After all.
You're right. Why did I do that and you do that? Because you took ownership of the tulips, Mum.
Yeah. No, in any case, I didn't know how difficult that would be because it's on a slope.
Oh, right. Do you need me to put these in?
Well, I was going to ask you about
Yes,
that.
yes. I'm going to do that.
I have to say, it's much easier when you're not here.
Why?
I'm only saying that because I haven't.
do you mean?
No, I mean that in the most caring way, Subs,
you
because
don't.
he's lovely. But he's constantly cracking the whip, and then sometimes he's going faster than I can go, and then I end up ahead of myself, and then I end up when he's gone out for shop.
Irises.
When he goes out shopping, then I can just do it at a nice steady pace and sit down and look at my handiwork. See
Give us
my-
your dibber.
See, the dibber
What
was
can you put in there? These are not. It's $1.99.
No, I know, and also, so I've
Go on.
redone your camellia into that
Oh, well done. Thank
thing.
you.
The other camellia is already in that one, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Don't forget they have to have ericaceous compost though, so I've put that one with it. Yeah, no, I've
Yeah,
done it.
okay.
Oh, you knew that? How did you know
I
that?
didn't. So, Mum,
It's very hard work.
here's the thing. I've got an enormous next job.
Right, what is it?
Cracking the whip.
Yes,
What do you think it might be?
putting everything in the greenhouse.
No.
Worse than that.
Worse than that. See
my
that
God.
chair over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to bring that over here.
Over
We're going
where?
to sit down and have a cup of tea.
Ah, yay!
Yeah?
Yay!
Me and you.
Good one.
Me and you.
Yeah, and you can give me my next orders.
Me and you having a cup of tea right now.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yay!
Sit down.
Sunglasses. Have you got my tea? Ooh. Okay. Thank you.
We'll sit down, we're going to have a cup of tea and we're going to discuss where we're at, what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. Obviously we can't do it all today. So what would you say we've achieved today? Run us through what we've done.
Well, have you shown the subs the bed of tulips? that
I
is
have,
now-
yeah. So what have we done? We've created a sort of higgledy-piggledy bed of tulips.
Yeah, which
I've-
this time next year will be in all their glory.
I've
hopefully.
created a sort of impromptu iris corner
Yeah.
with old iris bulbs. We listened to your comments, Subs, and you said better in the soil than in a bag. I mean,
Which is so true.
so
I
true.
mean,
why were we
why-
asking if we could do anything? Why not just? I mean, almost unforgivably stupid and dense of us.
Exactly, almost Trump-like.
Trump-like in its density. Gonna build a wall. Gonna build a wall.
Of tulips.
A wall of tulips. Big tulips. Bigly tulips. I've taken the wisteria out of the pot in that
Yes,
corner,
subs, what do you think of this?
and it could now run riot.
Yes. Well,
I've planted lots of sweet peas in
Yes.
said pots,
which are here.
which I'm hoping will give a shock of colour for Nads.
Well, they'll give a shock of something in the most expensive pots ever purchased.
Yeah, the most
in history of the
expensive
world.
plant pots on the planet, and Nanny Di discovered one we'd already bought that was similar for $1.99.
For $1.99, but great.
Any other? So, of course, the big structural things that we're ignoring are moving all of the wood. Now, I'm thinking, what do you think, Subs, this week of getting a wood chipper?
Oh, blimey.
What do you think? Because then we could chip the wood, and then we could feed it onto the.
They've just done it in Hackney and all the parks, and I
Have
have
they?
to say it looks fantastic. And you know that all that chip is going to go down into the.
But doesn't wood chip work like a wood chip?
Wood
Chip wood
chip,
and a wood
chip,
chip wood
does
and a
a
wood
wood
chip.
chip.
How much wood does a wood chip chipper? No, but doesn't wood chip work like for strawberries? You put it on for winter, doesn't
I
it?
don't know anything
doesn't it
about
suppress
strawberries.
water?
I keep
Isn't it a
going
bad
to ask
thing?
you about strawberries. Let's just show subs this. This is the thing. Those are the ones that cost £100 million each. Those ones at the back of us there,
Yeah.
with the what have they got in them?
sweet peas.
Sweet peas. And this was one that we bought last year, and
Which
there were
you
a couple
hated
of
as
them.
well
I
last
didn't
year.
much like it because they
You
just
hate
said-
earthenware.
Earthenware. I don't hate it. I think
You
it
do.
looks gorgeous, but you have to keep watering twice
Why have you
as
not
much.
got anything good to say about earthenware?
But that's great. I actually like it better than those white ones. Guess how much? $1.99. Even that I thought was expensive at the time. So that's.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
ridiculous.
It's
Yeah.
a stupid amount of money on pots, isn't it?
And they know that people will.
Like
pick it up
us.
for you.
Well, it's the
You know
only.
that-
Can I, in my defence, say it's the only time I've ever bought something like that off the
Okay,
computer.
I'll forgive you
I
then.
usually do it by going into a shop. I mean, like those lighter. Anyway, without wishing to. So the big, arduous jobs are. I've discovered, almost incidentally, that one can build a bed anywhere as long as you fork up the soil that's underneath, mix in some new topsoil and some new compost.
That's true. I mean,
Go on,
what
what's
worries me slightly, and Mark's getting fed up of me being worried by this, is that if there's a slight slope, and there's more than a slight slope where those tulips
Yeah.
are, is that when the rain comes down, it'll sort of.
But you're
wash the topsoil away.
imagining monsoon
Well,
weather.
that's
Water
true,
doesn't
and-
flow off this like a waterfall.
That's very true what Mark's saying, and also there's a tree above it.
Yeah,
so I
it's
doubt
probably one of the
very
most
much
sheltered parts of the
I
garden.
doubt that it'll get enough water.
Scratching my forehead with a fork.
Don't do that. It's not good.
So, getting rid of the wood is the best thing to get a wood chipper from a company like
Wood chip,
HSS
There's a
Hire.
wood chip.
Plastics and metals are going to start to go into the skip. That is an enormous job, which I might reserve for a day this week because it's going to be quite boring and labour intensive, and you can't really do it. But the skip is going on the 23rd, so it has to be full.
Oh, blimey! Well, that's
Soon.
it is soon. Is
Oh,
there
and the other
anything-
job that I'm going to do, which I might do as a sort of twilight job, it's quite a nice twilight job, is sowing seeds into little trays.
Why is that
Tomatoes,
twilight?
because I can just sit out here and do
Oh,
it and get
that's
some
a
sort of
nice
peace and
thing.
meditation. Like that will happen. I've got to film the vlog. This is all just green fingered
Oh
out.
no, Mark, look at this. I just noticed. Don't you think?
Hang
Show
on.
the subs this. Yeah, because you can actually see.
is it?
I don't know.
That's an azalea.
That needs ericaceous compost as well.
azalea. Have we got any more ericaceous? Do we need to order some more?
Yeah, no, there. Maybe it's in ericaceous.
Why didn't you put that in a bigger
look,
pot?
look. Subs.
Oh, that's
the
pretty.
colour is coming.
But is that a park bush?
I feel I should never have said park bush in the first place. It could be used as a park bush, but it's much more than that.
Much prettier, isn't it?
It's much prettier. Very.
on such a long stem.
I actually don't know.
It's like a tree. It's like an azalea
Oh,
tree.
maybe you can get azalea
Trees.
trees.
Why don't you put that in another pot? In a big
Azalea
pot? What do you
lilac.
put that in?
Half standard. Half standard. I know with roses, half standard means tall. So that's what it means.
Why don't you put that in one of those pretend terracotta pots there?
So, did you ever imagine if somebody had said to you 10 or 15 years ago that you two would spend a Sunday pottering around the garden?
No.
Would you have believed them?
Believe them?
I would have done because of having had a garden once when Mark was younger, but Mark never would have done.
No.
Because he couldn't see what the attraction was of standing in the garden all day,
No.
moving things around. Actually, that's very sweet.
I'll tell you what it feels like for me. It feels like a very slow motion form of sculpting with nature.
That's a very Mark statement he's just come out with. But
You know
That's
how you've
very
got
nice.
lots of plans, and I think they're all fantastic and they're
Yes.
brilliant. So
I
it's
can
exciting.
tell
I
she's
do.
gonna
I
say
do.
I can tell there's a huge.
I do.
But, Tom,
I
you-
just think that a bit of help with the heavy work is needed. We've got a skip that is
I'm just about to do
that
it.
is small, that needs proper loading, right? When you're doing all this really important stuff, which is sorting all this out, why don't we just pay somebody
Because I'm
to
not
load the skip and put the gravel out in the front?
Well, because I can do that. It's a spade in the front garden. To
You
want to
do
I don't
everything.
want to do everything. It's not at all.
This is exciting over
I've
here.
moved everything. We need to paint that wooden door at the back.
Yeah, you do.
What you do. See, that's a job you could get someone in to do. Get someone in to do that. I don't want to
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
they'll be happy to do that.
Yeah, paint that. Paint
Okay.
that back door.
But then the wall around it will have to be painted.
Yeah, paint the whole of that area there, because then I'm going to put two of those things at the bottom and grow stuff up there.
Yeah.
That was a relaxing sit down, wasn't it?
So tense.
Yeah. Suddenly now got to move everything.
No, I mean, I wasn't sort of thinking that this would stay.
No, I mean, I think this is just, to be honest with you, I think
minute,
spring
these
has just launched on us.
Exactly. These bulbs are going to
Hey,
be
Nads.
over. No, she's coming.
Nads was just saying off camera, and I just wanted her to say on camera what she's not happy with. It's not that cold at all. So we've cleared that corner. Where would you like the barbecue to live? And then if we can move the barbecue, what were you just saying about out
Well,
here?
the thing is, with a barbecue, it's very tiring doing a barbecue, actually. So if you've got to walk right over there to do the cooking, that doesn't work. Because over there would work best, actually.
Well, it wouldn't because it's full of greenhouses now.
I mean... Quite good to have it in vision, because then if I'm in the kitchen I can see if the dogs are going for it. So I suppose about there.
Right, so that's where you were suggesting you wanted all of the flowers to go.
Can I just
No, hang on. Yeah, so Nadia, you were saying you're not happy. Nadia's not happy with how this is encroaching on the house, and I can kind of understand that.
No, it's not that. Okay. The problem is, I wish I knew what I did want, and I think that's what's hard for you, because you do something and I think, oh, I don't really like it.
But you don't like anything.
So this to me now looks a bit, if I'm really, really honest, it looks a bit Steptoe's yard. We've got edger things, like all different discombobulated, like...
But you like eclectic and mix
No,
it. We've got.
No, not on this kind of modern contemporary thing. It doesn't go.
But darling, we haven't got £3,000 to get
I
the pots
prefer-
that you need.
No, she doesn't mean pots, Mark. I know exactly what she means. Sorry
What?
to say she.
Just
She's the
too
cat's
much
mother.
here.
Nadia, for a start, let me just say.
I literally
that
don't understand.
one of
Okay,
the one of the reasons that these are here, so that's that all together, and then when they're flowered, we get rid of those. We get rid of those pots because
Oh,
you
right.
don't want dead.
Yeah, I suppose a garden
flowering
isn't a
things.
fixed thing.
No.
It does have to shift and things.
Especially if
flowers come
there's
in at
bulbs.
certain
I mean,
times.
one of the reasons I put those shoots
I mean,
in
for
there
instance,
was
those
because
pots are so old-fashioned. They look like proper old-fashioned.
what's your version of a modern? Please don't say those ones. Or if you do, say something.
Say something that you'd like. Create a solution, not a problem.
No, but that's what I started off this conversation saying. The difficulty is I don't really know what I want, so I keep saying what I don't
Yeah.
like. And what I've got to do is have a look. I'm going to go online and I'm going to have a look at things that I do like. The problem is...
Do you not want
the
anything
problem-
on the
here's
balcony?
Thing, here's the thing. When we had our house before we did all this, there's nothing I like more than an eclectic mix of like country pots with piles of stuff. And I just think we haven't got that. I think what we've got is a mess. And I think that I don't know whether it's because of the pots we've got or whether this is just contemporary and so it doesn't match with it, or what.
Is this contemporary? What do you
This
mean?
whole look is, yeah, this is all contemporary. It's not a tumbled
Yeah,
down
but can I say-
Victorian house feel, which I love all of that. And I just think, you know, it just looks a mess.
Oh, okay. Well, part of the reason for that is because of filling up. What we did was we bought, I'm just talking about the bulbs now, but there are an awful lot of these that refers to, of getting bulbs into soil and, you know, because we were worried that what would happen to the bulbs, which is what has happened. Yeah, no, they are. But they wouldn't normally be like that. I mean, I would think this was a mess, to be honest, if it was mine.
No, I suppose the point
I
is...
don't like
is
the
that
look. It's not aesthetic.
No, well,
No,
it
it's
isn't. It isn't
it's
the
all
look.
parts, not much flower. I mean, I agree with that entirely. But really, this was a sort of desperate measure.
Okay, can I just ask a few killer questions then? Would you rather have nothing on the decking?
I like stuff on the decking, but what I don't like is the feel used to be that the decking went out like it was all one thing, whereas now it's like, oh, it's a short decking. It's just like here. I don't know.
Okay.
I literally, I'm going to have a look
Do you want
online.
flowers on? Do you want any? Because, for example, this has emerged, rightly so, from thinking what we were trying to do with the fence was we were trying to put colour and flowers. So clematis, all of that's going to come. It doesn't just land pre-done, but that's going to grow this year and then it'll go back and then next year it'll grow more.
Yeah.
And we were doing that along
Only
there.
in the summer, though. I mean,
Yeah, only in
when
the
you
summer.
get to the winter, you get the same situation.
See, I think I'd like those longer ones more on this edge over here.
Okay.
Because it's not facing a bend. It's like it's all part of a... I think just here they would look really nice, like all part of it.
Well, like a corner
Whereas
of...
these separate ones would look nicer over here. I would swap what's happening there for here.
I think
Okay,
what you've
I
been,
think you're
what
right.
you've been, I do too.
I
I
think
think
you're right.
the bulbs are there just simply to let the bulbs survive.
Yeah.
Really,
Right.
whereas
I mean, so here's the bit that's confusing, for example. Last year, with great excitement, because I'm going to sort that corner out now, you put a higgledy-piggledy bricks over there with a bunch of things on it, which couldn't be more rustico and like...
No,
you're
I think
saying
along
you
the
don't-
fence,
Oh,
is
okay, so
fine.
along
I
the
just
fence
think
is fine.
along this edge.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Like I would quite like, you know, those things where you get the 3 steps. I think they'd look nice there, right up to the top where you've got to stop. I think all of that is a different game. But
Okay.
here,
Okay.
it sort of just stops
Okay.
and it highlights what isn't there somehow.
In a
It's-
sense,
I know
in a sense.
exactly
Oh,
what
can
Nadia
I
means.
just clarify one more bit? We're all being incredibly polite, but I
Do
actually
you
want
remember those little
I
pink
actually,
pots
can I
we
just
got?
say, I
Hang on,
actually
I'll
want to
just say
get that
one thing.
pitchfork and
You
shove
see
it
this
through her
little-
neck.
You see these little pink pots here
Yeah.
Yes.
that we got last year, and
Yeah, which
you
are
said don't
hideous.
get them, and they gave us flowers like
Yeah,
for
the
Mother's
flowers
Day.
are coming.
When they've
Cyrus got them. She's bought them. She's just bought them, and they're so lovely. They're in her kitchen. We
Yeah.
need to get more of those.
Yeah,
No,
so
absolutely.
they're going
They
to come
need
through.
repotting, you
Yeah.
see. They need everything needs to be
Could, in a sense, most of what's going on here, the sort of different levels and what have you,
Go on that, around that
well,
corner.
both on that
Yeah.
corner, but be happening
Yeah.
against that fence.
Yeah. Because what I liked here that you've taken away by this massacre.
Okay,
is-
if you don't tread on that,
I
it'll last
did by
longer.
accident. This massacre
Yeah.
was that here I liked this closed-in feeling, which has gone completely now because this has all come down.
Yeah.
So I'd almost like this bit
Okay.
to be where all the stuff is, so I can feel closed in again.
Okay, and
So
then
I
when
feel
you're
exposed everywhere.
yeah, and then when you're that was
Eventually, trees are going to go along
yeah,
there,
exactly,
aren't they?
all sorts of blossom
Flowering-
trees and all
flowering
sorts.
cherries flowering up. No, you could put them in where those trees were. Those trees
Yeah.
had it though. They
Yeah.
were so mature.
But yeah, and
It
you're
will
going to have
take
you're going to have
time.
beautiful blossom in the middle of the garden.
The
That's where
trouble is-
you're going to end up. But you've got to get there.
I
You've
know,
got
I
to
know,
get
I
there.
know.
I mean, the trouble with gardening when you're doing it yourself is that most of the time you're looking at nothing because you're
Yeah.
between jobs.
Yeah,
know.
well,
I mean,
and everything
look at
happens at
Monty
different times. Some flowers come through in the autumn.
Yeah.
Other flowers come through in the spring. So one is constant. So, for example, over there, Nadia, you won't see anything, but in that, see that thing over there? So many other bulbs have gone in now. Next year, that's going to be a shock of colour
And
with
this-
irises and all
this will
sorts.
be here
Loads
too.
of tulips here. It is about planning for the future and knowing that it won't be immediate. But I think stuff in pots, I think that's a really good suggestion. Buttress this corner,
Yeah.
clear this area.
Yeah.
I think that makes total sense.
It does to me too.
And then I'm going to get the jet washer and wash it because I think it just needs a really good wash. This,
Okay.
yeah.
don't you?
Yeah. Okay.
I think it will really lift it.
It's good. Okay. Thanks for your content. Thanks
Oh,
for your.
it's
Thanks for your.
freezing.
Thanks. No, not at all. Thanks for your input.
Right, I'm going to walk.
Kill her. I could kill her. She knows what she doesn't want, but she doesn't know what she does want.
Isn't that true of most people?
Yeah, but not when you've got two gardeners standing there killing themselves.
Oh wow! Oh, that's so. Oh, look at the palms. Oh, that's so the right decision. Oh my God, I love them there. Oh, that really works. Oh, I love it. Thank you. Oh, it's so nice, don't you think?
Yeah, you're gonna have more.
So I can sit here and look there.
Exactly,
And
and
the
it-
way, and it's got structure to it now. This is great.
This is going to be
here.
cleared as well. So.
We need to get those palms in a pot because
Yeah.
I'm worried they're going to get
What?
broken.
Right.
They get blown over.
Yeah, here's the thing. Right, hang on. So for the end of this vlog, your job this week is to buy 2 pots you like to put the 2
Oh,
palms
okay.
in. Yeah.
What size? How
Well, I
big
think
do
get
they
a
grow?
bigger size. Well, they can get as big as
Actually,
you
you're
want.
not supposed to get them too big before they've grown enough.
Well, no.
because then
So
they
I
don't-
would get a good size, and what we could do with them is put them either side of the stairs, so it's a nice framing.
Brilliant.
Yeah?
I love it.
So what's happened down here with these
Wow.
over-expensive pots?
No, but do you know what? I think they'll look really nice there. Look
Yeah.
against the white wall. Suddenly they work, Di.
I know.
What
So-
about herbs there near the kitchen window?
Sweet peas.
Because I can. Oh, lovely.
So you can, but cut and come again sweet peas, so you can keep putting them back in the vases.
Do you know what I was thinking might be nice here?
Trellis.
Like on the wall, shelves with herbs. Open the window, smell the herbs.
Okay. I was thinking of getting those 3-step things that you like as well.
Yeah. Oh, this is really cheering
Yeah,
up.
I'm just-
It was really depressing me there.
Okay, good.
So in the end, I'm the only bad one for breaking his bloody hose.
But yeah, and insisting, Mum, on putting everything here. Why did you insist?
I didn't insist. It was a work in progress.
Oh
The
my
tulips
God,
were just
don't you
going.
think- But that you quite often have to do something so you want something.
Yeah, you.
No,
you-
yeah, but
Fantastic over there, and it's masked that hideous
yeah.
thing.
Which don't forget.
I
Listen.
know it's going to be better.
No, but listen. No, but I want to explain something to you.
Can we buy something? I just want to ask you something here. Can we buy? I love this here. Can we buy something that's already potted that could go a bit bigger here?
Yeah.
Just to mask that.
Yeah.
Till it grows and she'll get dust. I've got to make some chips for God, it looks amazing.
I got the result.
you did.
Just by moving shit around.
I know. Well, in that sense, you know your wife. That's all I can say, because I wouldn't have thought that it would have got that much of a reaction. I can see what she means.
Turn your head
Can't
to the
you?
side. Look at your ear, Mum.
What's the matter with my ear?
A chimp's ear.
Isn't it? And orangutan's arms, which have got worse since the last time the kids said they've
But
got
handy
longer.
for reaching down, aren't they? You're like Mr. Tickle.
Yes. Bye, celebs. It's been a funny sort of green-fingered hell. It's been a green-fingered hell for me.
So team, it's a little sum up to green-fingered hell. Look, over there. And... all gone, as per Nadia's instruction.